Hi everyone! It is springtime, at least where I live, and springtime comes with new life and also new art supplies. You know that I'm a big fan of the Viviva products, and here they are with some new fresh things that I'm very excited to share with you. First we have this set of Viviva watercolor pans with 16 colorful spring colors. I have made a review of the Viviva paint pans before. I will leave a link to it here somewhere so you can check it out. And this is a new set, got some lovely pastel tones. But what I'm most excited to show you is this. So the Viviva paints have always been known for being portable. That's the whole thing with the color sheets, but now you will have it all collected in one set. Paints, paintbrush, paper, fine liner. We have the classic Viviva color sheets that I've talked a lot about on this channel before. I love them. The paints are super vibrant and pretty, and it is so convenient having them in this format because they take almost no space at all. This also got 16 vibrant colors. We got the paintbrush that you can fill with water. We got the fine liner pen, which is 0.5. And we got the sketch pad, 240 GSM premium ivory paper. It is super thick and also quite smooth. There is actually almost no texture at all. And I know it is just a minor detail, but I love the rounded corners. And as you can see, you can actually switch out the sketch pad if you want to. It is all collected in this blue vegan leather case. So of course I'm gonna try these out. I will make something spring inspired with a spring set, and since the weather has actually been kind of nice lately, I will take this one with me outside and give it a proper testing. And I also want to mention that this paint kit is actually available in a smaller size. This is size A5, and there is also a size A6, which is basically half the size of this one. I will have links to all these products in the description box below. They are affiliate links, which basically means that you will support this channel at the same time as you get yourself some lovely art supplies. Alright, let's go outside. So I have done a little bit of preparations. I added a graphite pencil. Since I couldn't really put it anywhere else, I just put it in the spiral to the drawing pad. I have the colors, which I have actually done the swatches so I can easily see what colors that I'm working with, because as you can see, some of the colors looks a little different when they're dried, so I think it's good to have the swatches. I also packed some paper towels and this kind of shiny paper. I have these like clear adhesive plastic sheets that I use for some of my stickers, and this is the back side of that where the adhesive plastic sheet is attached to. So this works really well to use as a paint palette. Since it is a paper sheet, it is very flat, so it doesn't take a lot of space. And I might mention that there is actually a mixing palette in the back of the color sheet booklet that will also work really well to mix the colors on, and it all fits really well into this pocket. And even if I have added some extra stuff in there, it still closes. And of course I will also bring a water jar and some water. And there is still plenty of space in there. Yeah, let's go. So we found our way to the beach by the sea. It is still early spring. There's not much blossoms or leaves or anything. This is just typical early spring in southern Sweden. Everything is very beige and brown, but it has been a little warmer than usual and very sunny, so it was still a beautiful day. And not many have found their way to the beach yet either, so it was very nice and peaceful. So we found a good spot in the sand and then I basically just started sketching. I have my boyfriend managing the camera. He's a little unused to that, so sorry if it is a little shaky sometimes. Also, the sun. I figured afterwards that maybe I could have positioned myself so that my hand didn't cast a shadow on the paper, but to be completely honest, it was nothing that I thought about that much at that moment. I was just so focused on the art. So of course I can't be by the sea without painting the sea, and I spotted a mallard couple sitting on a rock out in the water, and I thought that would be such a cute thing to paint. I rarely draw any birds at all, so I thought it would be a good practice as well. Then it was time to add some colors. I didn't put any water in the water brush. I haven't really gotten the hang of how to use water paintbrushes properly, so I just used it as a regular brush, which worked perfectly fine. And again, there is this little mixing area at the back of the color sheet booklet to mix the paints on, but I used this separate piece that I brought with me. I think it is just a matter of taste, I suppose. I was actually pretty excited to be outside and paint. I haven't really done that a lot. I think the last time was many years ago. I think I am just a little too comfortable, you know, having to bring all the things with me. It just takes time and effort. But I have to say that there weren't that much things to bring with me here. All the painting and drawing supplies I had collected in the leather case, and then there were just the water bottle and the jar, which I could have limited to the jar alone with water in it instead of the bottle, and I can imagine that the smaller size of the sketchbook would be even more portable and easy to bring with you. So how was it using this travel paint kit? It was over expectation for me. Again, I am not much for painting outside, but this was such a nice experience. The calming sound from the ocean, the sun, the breeze, splashing paint on paper. I loved it. I was sitting on the ground with a leather case in my lap, and the case was very nice and soft and it didn't move around a lot. I supported the case with the same hand that I held the color sheets in, and I just flipped through the pages when switching between colors. There are these thin paper-like sheets between the color pages that prevents them from sticking together, so you can close the pages even if there is still wet paint. Also, keep in mind that the paint is very pigmented. A little really goes a long way. But yeah, overall it was a very comfortable and nice experience. My back did protest a little after a while though, but I figured that one's on me. Also, I almost forgot to mention one of the most important things to me, the paper. And I know that the paints are also very important, but what made the paper stand out in this case is how it didn't stand out. Something that can be a little troublesome when painting with watercolors is that the paper tend to bend and buckle and warp when adding wet medium to it. This paper, however, stayed flat the whole time, and I did add a lot of water and paint to it, so there is no need to tape the paper down or to use any paper clamps or anything. So that was something that I really appreciated, the paper staying almost completely flat. Later, when everything had dried, I went in and added a little bit of line work with the fine liner that's included in the set, just to try everything out. I wasn't sure if I liked it at first, but it added a kind of a cartoony style that I think looks pretty neat, and the fine liner works great. It is Kuretake, so it is good quality. So yeah, here we have it, a little watercolor sketch doodle made in the sunny weather by the sea. Also, I will probably never get rid of the sand in this case now, it is forever cursed. So before I move on to testing the spring color set, I just want to share a few final thoughts about this travel kit. I really like it, and that is my true and honest opinion. What I do miss though would be more space to hold pencils, maybe a rubber band going across here for example, just so I could put some more paintbrushes or maybe a small eraser. Also, I wonder how this works if you're left-handed. This is how I, a right-handed person, was working with it, keeping the paints in my left hand, painting with my right hand. Also, I was holding the paint in my hand, but I think you're supposed to put the paint in the pocket like this, and then so that you don't have to hold it. So if you're left-handed, you probably want to hold the paints in your right hand, painting with your left hand, then this space would be completely unnecessary. I guess you could just turn it around and put it over like this, but then you can't really use the pocket to put the paint in. So I think it could work for left-handed as well. There is sand everywhere. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this set. I can really recommend it. So let's do a little painting with the spring color set too. I might add that this is not the same as the colors in the other spring color set that Viviva have also released. There are a few different colors here. There's no metallic ones, for example, as in the other set, which I personally prefer. I think the colors in this new set looks so pretty, and I love the purple and the teal and the pastel tones. So since there haven't been a lot of cats in this video yet, I'm painting a cat. I took some inspiration from the coltsfoot flowers, I think they're called, that we saw by the beach, and also the crocuses that we have out in our front yard. Both are typical spring flowers here, so I thought it would be fitting to add them into this painting. As you may have noticed, the palette itself, the paint palette, is made out of cork, reused wine bottle caps to be more precise. It is apparently 100% biodegradable. Viviva is always working towards more sustainable solutions for their art supplies. They're always trying to figure out environmentally friendly solutions, which I do appreciate. Just as the paint in the color sheets, these are also very pigmented. It is a very handy little paint palette, lightweight and flat, so I suppose this one would also be great to bring with you out when traveling or painting. What I like with this set is that it has a very big mixing area right next to the palette, so you don't have to bring out any extra mixing trays or anything. But yeah, I think this piece is turning out so cute and colorful. I used a bit of a different coloring style. I did a lot of lines and hatching for texture, both for the fur and the grass in the background. I might have made a mistake by making the cat ginger while the flowers around it are also yellow, but I didn't really know what else color to use. I would probably have used a gray if there was one available. That is something that I miss in this set, a darker color like Payne's gray or something to darken and deepen the colors with. But other than that, I really like the color options and I enjoyed painting with this set. Yeah, I really enjoyed working with these new Viviva products, and if you would like to try them out yourself, I will have links in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. And these products are really brand new. They are released today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. So yeah, thanks Viviva for letting me try out your amazing products, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Keep drawing my happy cats. Bye!